Okay. We're live. We're live. 59. I'm getting the laptop loaded up right now. Next time you might not be so lucky. YouTube. Okay. All right. I got the chat up just in case, but now I'm about to go to the world news like I always do. I'm gonna go to uplifting news again today. Uplifting news. Google. Uplifting news. Remote workers report saving $5,000 to $10,000 a year. Probably because they don't have to pay so much gas money. I could have told you that, bro. Marcas de tiempo. What is that? Interesting. The icon, what's up? What's up? See what other news we got today. Columbus, Ohio has approved an incredible plan to wipe out $335 million worth of medical debt for more than 340,000 city residents. And the entire program will cost just $500,000. Something doesn't add up about that, but it's helping people out, whatever. It's good. Young driver fatality rates have fallen sharply in the U.S. That's good. The country of Colombia and Mali are leading efforts to improve air quality. I will say I feel like the air quality out here is really good. That's facts. All right, this article is titled, "Why Are Shootings Plummeting in New Orleans?" What do y'all think the reason is? I'm gonna give you some time to think about the reason that it's plummeting before I tell you. You change the oil like a beast, my guy. Good job, bro. Maybe because they legalized weed and it's making people calmer. About to find out. All right, I'm about to tell y'all. Number one, mental health professionals got paired with a trained peer, 30% of calls, and they're planning to upscale that program. NOPD lost more than 250 police officers. There's been massive investments in community violence intervention efforts across the country. And the city expanded its summer work program this year, employing 1,000 young people. I would say the moral of that story is giving people more opportunities and not shooting them via police leads to improvements. If y'all weren't here on the other live when I read about that program in Colorado, they gave homeless people like $3,000, like flat, and a monthly stipend. And like it raised the unemployment rates, or the employment rate, sorry. Like a lot of those people that were homeless got jobs and got off the street, bought themselves apartments and stuff like that. So sometimes people do need opportunities. Some people can't be helped, but sometimes people need opportunities. Let's see what other articles. I saw all these already last time. What have y'all been doing in the 2 days that we haven't talked? And for whoever cares, I still don't know why I can't show the chat in the live replays. It literally doesn't give me the option. It's not possible. I did 70 push-ups in a row today. Beast. You ready? You ready for basic training? I'm gonna go to edit video right now and see if I can fix this. But it doesn't give me the option, man. And I was looking on Google and shit. No one had a solution. See, like it says right now, it has an option for me to show the chat in live, but it doesn't have an option to show the lives. I mean, show the chat after. Analytics. I don't know. Joseph about to get me training with you. Hey man, I'm ready, bro. Just tell me when. The sooner the better, you know. I know that's not really up to you, but the sooner the better. When I have you ready. I'm gonna figure this out, man. Blah, blah, blah. Don't want to tag. Remixes, categories. Allow all comments. I just really don't know where it could be. What does it have to do with like the type of account I have or something? What if you got me to power clean 185? That would be sick. I bet you could do more than that. But we'll get you there. We can get you there. For sure. I'm doing everything right now, man. I'm figuring this out. I'm gonna get it. Eventually, I'm gonna have my comments on the replays. No, it's not a kids channel. I don't know, man. I give up. Give up. Bro got all the cash money but can't deposit it. Why? Is the screen off? I hope not. Why you say that? But what's up though, bro? How you doing? And advice. Bum 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 bum. Let's see, how much does it cost in US dollars? $15. 16. Man, how is this, bro? Let's see. Nah, not worth it. It was dark, but it may be my phone. You good now? Who knows, man? Who knows? Let's see. No, that's not what I'm looking for. If you deposit too much cash, the IRS looks into it. The IRS looking anyways, bro. Oh yeah, but if he doesn't have a job, then yeah, suspicious. What kind of push-ups are they doing? Basic training. Well, as of right now, I still think they got the ACFT going. So, hand release push-ups. You go down, take your hands all the way out, do a push-up again. But I did hear that they might be going back to the APFT, which would be regular push-ups. But as of right now, I believe it's still the ACFT. Okay, yeah, I give up. If you watch the replay and there's no chat, I can't help you. I can't help you. But what I'm about to do right now, let's go back to interesting news. I'm gonna try a different subreddit, weird and wacky news. So I asked Vita to be my girlfriend, and she said yes. My guy. He's a taken man. Good for you, bro. Be faithful. Arkansas man faces drug and sexual indecency charges after he was found having sex with a stuffed animal. It's insane. You going to the gym together tomorrow? What y'all gonna do, bro? What you need to do is get her to snatch so I can see a video of her doing 90 kilograms, which I'm not saying I don't believe. I just want to see it because that's amazing. A banker was fired after trying to expense 2 sandwiches, 2 pastas, and 2 coffees and saying that he ate everything himself, before later admitting he shared them with his partner. So, don't lie. Let's see. Hardee's employees charged for using customers' card to bail out jail inmates. Oh, I gotta read this one. Minneapolis PD officer outed as OnlyFans model after pulling over subscriber. That's mad awkward. I gotta read the story though. She said she's heard of me. Wow, I'm honored. Very honored. That means I'm a little bit higher than a scrub if she's heard of me. Okay. The driver who recognized the officer tells Fox 9 he's been following her OnlyFans page for 5 months. He said it took 2 minutes before he figured it out. Then we were doing a little talking and checking, and I was like, man, she got an OnlyFans page. I'm on her OnlyFans page. Why is this a story? Oh, because he said you can't arrest me no more. I've seen your private parts. I just can't respect you or the precinct that you're working at, says the guy that is paying for OnlyFans. I mean, if there are pictures behind the paywall, I feel like you can't get in trouble for that as a police officer, but I don't know. She said she thought I was on Team Colombia. It's just because I compete in a Colombia singlet, that's why. Bro, I've had, like in my past competitions, I've had so many people come up to me and they'd be like, what part of Colombia are you from? Because they're Colombian. And I'm like, this was a gift. I'm not Colombian. Sometimes I think about lying, but I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to do it. Let's see what other news we got. What in the hell? Pilot accused of throwing tomatoes from plane pleads not guilty to stalking New York woman by air. That is insane. Florida drug recovery pastor accused of running Home Depot theft ring. Bro, what? What? I don't know. What are my thoughts on OnlyFans? I know someone making good money from it. I don't really have any thoughts on it. All I can say is that it's not for me as a consumer or a creator. I'm not gonna have anything to do with that. I don't really care what other people do with their lives. But I will say there's lots of 18-year-olds that do stupid shit. And the stuff you put on the internet stays on there forever. So I would just think for a long time before you make pretty permanent decisions. Anytime I put anything on the internet, I always think of the possibility of it going viral. And stuff doesn't need to go viral to get you in trouble or to haunt your future. But if you think of it and say, would I be okay with this going viral? It'll help you make decisions a little bit. And that's literally anything. Like, you upload your kid, you upload your mom, you upload your dad. You never know, like, what funny thing someone's gonna find in the picture. Or, like one thing that happens a lot on Twitter is people be like, wish my mom a happy birthday. And, like, 300,000 people are like, your mom's fun as fuck. Your mom's sexy. Your mom's sexy. If that's gonna upset you, you probably shouldn't upload your mom on the app, especially if she's not ugly. So that's my thoughts on it. Like I said, I don't really have anything against OnlyFans, but like I said, I'll be careful, whoever you are. Jalen, I know your name Quick Temper and you explained the meaning of it. But what makes you mellow out? Because you seem so chill 24/7. Ankle better ballet. That's good that your ankle's better. I think I've always been chill. I think anybody that knew me when I was young, even when I used to fight a lot, they'll say like, I was chill. We just a quick switch, which is like where the name came from, right? But I just got older, man. And the same way I just told you I would think about my future, I thought about my future for everything. As I started getting older and decisions started becoming, I should say consequences started becoming more permanent, I was thinking harder. And there was something that happened to me my senior year. I don't really want to say any names because me and this dude are cool now. Like after like 15 years, we finally just got cool. And we're as cool as we can be because we haven't talked in 15 years, right? So, but me and this dude were cool. We got into a little argument in class. People broke the beef up in class, but he was mad about something that I said. This particular person had gotten pistol whipped by somebody. So when he was talking crazy, I was just like, bro, you wasn't acting like that when old boy pistol whipped you. So that was like we couldn't come back from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even stuff like that. I used to say stuff like that a lot when I was young. If I knew something was gonna piss somebody off, that was the first thing I was saying. Now, I wouldn't do that because I know how men and their pride and whatever else, I would have kept that comment to myself. But even still, I said that. He was pissed. He wasn't trying to let it go. This dude's like 350 pounds, by the way. I'm like 140 pounds. And he was like, bro, I want you to see me after school, bro. Like, let's meet up. Me being me. I'm like, all right, bro, we can meet up. I saw him one time, right when the bell rang, the last bell in the school. And he was like, so you still gonna meet me at the spot? I was like, yeah. I think he was expecting me to kind of like bitch out in that moment. So he's like, damn, now I gotta do this. We went to the spot, bro. I thought it was a me and him thing. I was prepared for whatever was gonna happen, but a one-on-one. Man, somehow the whole school found out, bro. Everybody was there, bro. And he was on the football team, so he had all these football players trying to back him up, and people was getting crazy. Dudes had bats in their hands. Someone else I knew had something that was more consequential than a bat in his trunk. You know what I'm saying? And he pulled that shit out, and I used to always keep a little flick knife on me, and I had that because it was getting so crazy. But I was just thinking, like, bro, what's about to happen? Like, I'm not trying to get like hit with a bat or something like that. But I'm like, if I stab somebody, bro, I'm gonna go to jail. Like, this is literally like a week before I was about to go to college because I went to a military academy, so I had to leave way before everybody else. So I was shipping out to basic training like a week from that day, bro. I'm like, I'm 100% gonna get arrested if I if I stab this dude right now. But I was about to do it anyways. Anyways, like, it was just so crazy out there that it had got broken up. My best friend like basically threw me in that car. We drove away, and like, I was just like, dang, like, my life really could have changed right there, bro. Like, that was one of the last times. I'm not gonna say I never fought again after that, or nothing ever happened after that, but that's when I really started thinking, like, dang, bro, that could have went differently. So I started trying to control myself a little bit more because it wasn't just like let's fight at 4 o'clock and then we go to school the next day. People were starting to take things more seriously. A couple people I knew after that got shot, killed. And so slowly over time I just started saying, like, bro, it's almost never worth it for me to get into a fight. I think I told y'all before on here, like, for me to fight somebody now, bro, they're literally gonna have to swing at me, and I'm gonna think I need to beat them up to safely get out. Because I'm gonna just use a random person as an example. If there's some dude in front of me that's like 4'11", 120 pounds, and he swings at me and he misses, and I just feel like even if you would have landed a punch, like, you can't. I don't think I could lose a fight to you. I don't think my life is in danger. There's some people you don't want to beat you up because they might just keep punching you while you're on the ground. So then I think it makes sense to fight to defend myself. But outside of that, bro, my first thought is to escape the situation, especially with people that I don't know, because when that situation is done, like I just told you in that story, when that situation was done, it was over. We didn't fight. We had like a 15-year beef over nothing, basically, but we just went on about our lives. He got to go to college. He got to be a football player. I got to go to college. I got to do my thing. One of us could have died. One of us could have went to jail. Both of us could have went to jail. Both of us could have died. Over what, bro? And you wanna know what? You wanna know what started the original beef, bro? We were in a criminal justice class, and we had to do like a fake gang war because it was gonna lead to like some role play thing with cops and stuff. And he was on that side, me and my best friend on this side, and we were like fake talking shit. But like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I'm like, I feel like that was a real statement, bro. So I was just like, hey, bro, remember this is this. So like, don't talk crazy. And then he's like, what you gonna do? And then, so this all started over a criminal justice class, bro. Imagine me in jail telling somebody like, oh yeah, I stabbed this dude because we got an argument in criminal justice class. That's crazy. So that's the kind of stuff I be thinking about, bro. Like, no, not worth it. That was a long rant. I was watching Glenn Greenwald interview Lula in Portuguese. Now I feel obligated to learn Portuguese now that I see that Greenwald has a pretty decent grasp of Portuguese. Why does that make you want to learn? No, Luis, I'm not hood, bro. Trust me, I'm not hood at all, bro. You would have went to prison. I'm happy that you were able to get out. Joseph has some really good stories about this stuff too. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's a thin line, man. It's a it's a thin line between not getting in trouble and getting in trouble. I got a lot of friends that I think I did dumber shit than them. I just got lucky that when I did that dumb shit, I didn't get in trouble for it. So I didn't get institutionalized, and I didn't get caught up in something that I couldn't get out of. I had time to think about the dumb shit I was doing. A lot of them, they didn't get the time to think. Not, I don't know how much of a difference that would have made for them, but it's still kind of unfortunate. I just think there's all kinds of stuff, bro. Like, there was this time I was at a party when I was 16. I can't think of this dude's name, but he had a problem with my friend, bro. And to this day, we don't know if the gun was real or not. Let me start off by saying that we don't know. But it was another thing that made us think, right? So, we in this party. My friend, I'm not gonna say his full name. He's a family man now. Like I said, I don't know who's watching and stuff. I don't want someone to be like, oh, I didn't know he was like that. My friend D, he had beef with this dude, and he had like beat him up before, bro. Like, to us, it was done. This dude came up in the party and like he literally walked in front of my friend D, and he kind of just like stood with his chest up like this for a while. And I literally, it looked like my friend was about to like swing on him, and like right in that moment, dude took out the gun and put it like on his forehead, bro. And like literally everyone in the party like just like kind of just got down. I'm like pushing people, bro. I'm like, oh yo, what in the world, like. And like literally, like nothing happened. The dude kind of just did that, and then he just ran out of the thing, bro. He didn't do anything. And like, whenever I talked to him, he was like, "Man, that shit was probably a BB gun, bro." And I'm like, "You didn't know?" He just stood there like, he was like, "Man, he was about to use that shit." I was like, I wouldn't take that chance. But anyway, stuff like that. I'm like, hey, yo, people getting crazy, bro. Like, we not 12 years old no more. Like, my first mind is like, I just want to smack you. I just want to fight. And we could, like, shake hands afterwards. But people don't be thinking like that, bro. So, not worth it. Yeah, and it's tough, Darius. It's tough. You said you're glad that I thought about my future in a moment because a lot of people don't, but I think a lot of stuff, man, like, you don't think it's gonna affect your future. That's the problem. You think it's just gonna be a fight. You think this is just gonna happen. But it's impossible to predict every outcome, which is why you just wanna minimize those outcomes, right? Like, even raising your voice at someone, you don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know who's ready to crash out, bro. You don't know what's on somebody's mind, bro. So, I'm not telling you to like walk through life being soft or nothing, but like, for instance, you walking outside, you walking past somebody and they shoulder check you. You got a handful of options. You could be like, hey, watch where the fuck you going? You could say nothing. You could apologize to him. Shit. Which one are you gonna do? Of course, like a lot of dudes, like, man, I'm not gonna let some dude just shoulder check me. That dude could have been shoulder checking every single person on the sidewalk, and he's like, the first person to fucking say something to me, I'm blasting, bro. Like, I'm ready, I'm done with life, whatever. So because of your pride, you're like, oh nah, I gotta say something. But you don't know, like I said, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro. You don't know who don't have nothing to lose, bro. Who's ready. Motherfuckers could be out on bond. If you in Houston, you can be out on bond even if you already did a murder. You could be on a capital murder trial and you can post bail. Like, you can get out. And so there's dudes on the street that have already killed somebody, bro. They don't have no problem killing again. So that's the kind of stuff I be thinking about. Like I said, if I had a chance to walk away these days, I take it, bro. I'm not about to get killed over some dumb shit, bro. Cause like, your pride is cool and all, but at the end of the day, bro, like if I get whacked tomorrow, Y'all gonna be sad for like 3 days, bro. Y'all might post my videos and be like, yo, this dude was cool, man. And then y'all gonna go on with your lives and go to your family reunions, go to your Christmas parties and shit. And I'm gonna be gone, bro, because I couldn't just relax. I had to say something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of stuff I'll be thinking about. It's wild as fuck, but an OG once told me that if they don't use the weapon in 30 seconds, they ain't gonna use it. I mean, I pretty much agree with that. You know, we were always taught don't pull it out if you ain't gonna use it. But like I said, I still wouldn't take that chance, bro. Like, I'd rather be away from it all, bro. That's why, like, I'm really not a club person. I'm really not a big event person, to be honest. Like, too many weirdos, man. Especially in the United States. I don't know what it is about the club scene, but dudes, like, go there to fight, bro. I'm like, bro, go to a fight club. Go to a boxing gym. Uh, like, why you going to the club where people are trying to dance and have fun to start a fight, bro? Like, that's crazy. And then you paying $20 to get in the club to get beat up. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm not saying I've never been to the club, but I'll be minimizing it, man. Especially, like, I mean, it was easier to do it when I was single, but, like, as a married man, bro, I don't have a reason to go to the club, so it's even better. Laugh now, cry later. Beef never dead is crazy. Yeah, facts. Facts. Beef ain't over till your enemy dead. That's a song. That's another thing too, bro. Once you make an enemy, you don't know how lifelong that shit is, bro. Like I said, even the dude that I just said me and him reconciled, I don't know how he really feels about that shit, bro. Even like when I got the Facebook request, I'm like, bro, we haven't talked in 15 years, bro. Like, not to mention, I was in Texas when I got that request. So I was like, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know if you just want to see like where I'm at, see if you could catch me or something, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, you don't know what kind of feelings people have about stuff, bro. So that's what I'm saying. The best thing is to never make those enemies, because then you don't have to live looking over your shoulder and shit, bro. That's not a good feeling. Made me realize life really do go on with or without you. Facts, bro. Even, you know, rest in peace. Even to my friends that are gone, bro. Like, we can only mourn for so long. It's no disrespect, but it's like people around you will tell you like you gotta move on, bro. Like they're gone. They ain't coming back, bro. Like, it's good we can have our anniversary joints and remember people, but they're gone. They're gone, bro. They can't do YouTube live with me. I can only talk about them for so long. I could tell you some stories about my dead friends, but they can't talk to their families. Their families gotta move on. If you got a wife and you die, she's gonna move on, bro. She's gonna get another dude. Even if you, I'm not saying you shouldn't protect your wife. You absolutely should. Just saying, if you die over some dumb shit that don't have nothing to do with her, you're gonna be dead, and she's gonna get a new husband. So, you know, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Facts. Algunos no saben perder. Yeah, no, facts, bro. But you know, that's it's a part of our masculinity. I don't want to say any words along with masculinity because that makes it sound like some blue hair people stuff. But you know, half of that is true. Half of that is true. Like, we really are taught like some dumb shit, bro. No disrespect to my dad, because my dad he's a real G. But a lot of the stuff he taught me probably led to me being like that. Like, my dad was just like, he was real heavy on never letting anybody disrespect you in any kind of way, which led to me being like, first sign of it, I'm stealing off. Like, you cuss at me, you say something crazy I don't like, I'm not really having a conversation, I'm just fighting for respect. Like, so you know that you can't do that. But that's just how I interpreted his message. You know what I'm saying? Because he told me he did that, but he was little when he was growing up. He was like 5'5" or 5'4", had a huge growth spurt. So now he's 6'5". But when he went to college, he was even like 5'6". So a lot of stuff that he taught me was based on people trying him. You know what I mean? And he didn't want that to happen to me. So early, he was just like, hey, as soon as somebody starts calling you out your name, as soon as somebody starts making jokes like this, you need to let them know that they can't do that. So you need to blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And like I said, it's a little bit of truth in the stuff he was saying, but you can demand respect without punching people in the nose. Let me say that. So that's the disconnect. You can set boundaries, like even now. I don't have to be violent and I don't have to be mean to just be like, yo, I'm just personally not gonna tolerate this. Where I grew up, and I've been like this my entire life. I really don't care what other people do, but where I grew up, there's hella Hispanic people, and a lot of them use the N-word. And I really don't care. But what I would tell people is like, you can't use it around me. That's all I can say. I'm not about to like tell you you're not allowed to say it. I'm not gonna fight every single person that says it, bro. But I say if you wanna be my homie, you can't say that in front of me, bro. And if I hear that you be saying that shit, I'm probably not gonna be messing with you like that. Same thing with the white dudes where I was from. If you grew up in certain places, like generally the whole world was cool. When I say the whole world, I just mean like in that area, like in our neighborhoods. Like on my basketball team, we had hella white dudes that said the N-word, and it wasn't like nobody was gonna fight them over it because it's like they grew up with hella black people. That's just how it was. 90s, early 2000s. It's totally different now. But I was always just like, bro, like, no, not with me. That's all I can say is not with me. And I'm not about to fight you over it. It doesn't like get me super angry or anything. I'm just like, you don't have to be friends with somebody else, bro. And so that's how you can set boundaries with anything like that. Like, I was an athlete. I mean, I still am an athlete, but I was a tested athlete, all the way through Division I sports. So, I mean, still now, I've never smoked weed before. I've never ingested any form of marijuana before. And so that was just my boundary. My friends knew you can't get me to smoke weed, bro. Don't try to pressure me into doing it. And they didn't, because they knew that I was like serious about that boundary. I'm like, bro, I will really stop rocking with you if you try to force me to smoke weed. I don't want to do it. And so, I don't care if they do it. They just knew not to try to give me none. And if people try to pass me something, they'd be like, hey, bro, he don't smoke. He said he don't smoke. Stop trying to pass on stuff. Because I would really stand on like what I was talking about. I wouldn't be like, oh, maybe. Well, no, I'll be like, bro, I'm not doing it. Don't ask me. Don't ask me more than once. This your one time right here. And I'm like that about everything. If I stand for it, you probably got one chance, bro. And I will tell you, this your last chance. Nathaniel can say the N-word, so Nathaniel can't. I guess it depends on where you're at. I mean, like I said, I wonder, Rolando, what's it like in Houston, bro? I know in Houston, hella Mexicans say that shit. I remember when I was growing up, Paul Wall used to say that shit. He don't do it no more. He grew up and times changed, but he used to say that shit. Still now, like all the Mexican rappers say it. Tekashi 6ix9ine. A lot of in New York, everybody says that shit. And like I said, I'm not about to get angry at like whoever says it. I don't have that energy, bro. But in my life, you won't be you won't be saying it to me. I can promise you that. No, I figured you was talking about in Cali. I didn't know it was like that in Washington too. Weed is very overrated, but people can't go 24 hours without it. But we all have our vices. No, facts. We do all have our vices. I'm not gonna lie, man. Weed culture it's weird to me, but it's just not my thing. But yeah, I be seeing people like wake and bake. I gotta smoke before I eat. I gotta smoke to do this. I gotta smoke to do this. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, That seems kind of crazy. And they'll get mad if you say they're addicted, bro. Angry. I don't care. I don't really care to say they're addicted or not. I just see other people have the argument. But I be like, bro, if you gotta do something to do anything else, you might be addicted. Maybe. Just maybe. Well, you know what? Let me do this poll again. Pause. Pause. It's comforting. I believe that. But you know you're gonna have to stop that if you go on the basic, bro. Rolando says, everyone says it. I grew up saying it too. Even around black dudes, I eventually stopped saying it, not consciously, but because I no longer had anyone to say it with. Now I think it's cringe. That's real of you to admit that. But I think a lot of people are like that. I grew up, I went to college with a dude from Cali who's Korean, and he used to say it heavy. And he told me the same thing. Like, oh, I used to say it heavy, but like I moved, and then looking back on it, I can't believe I was saying that. But yeah, it's a crazy word, man. It's a crazy word. Yeah, I don't smoke anymore. I meant from before. That's good. Like I said, I let people do whatever they want, but I think it's good that you stopped. Hey, checking in, bro. Hope your day has been solid. Appreciate you, bro. My day has been amazing. I really didn't do anything, but I am gonna go to the boxing gym in the morning, and I'm gonna try to make one of those videos that I made before. The last time I went to the boxing gym, it was too busy, and I hate being that dude that props my camera up, and then like everyone's trying not to walk in front of it and stuff. So hopefully I go at a time when no one's really there, and I could like record like full rounds on the bag and stuff. Cause I need to make this video. Cause Angel said he wanted me to make a video about motivation. So it'd be perfect. Cause I recorded my weightlifting session yesterday, but I just don't think it looks as dope as the boxing videos. But I think I might be able to mix them. So if I get a couple rounds in on the bag, plus the squats and presses from yesterday, and I could have myself on the voiceover talking, I think that'd be a good video. If y'all got any other topics y'all want me to do on the voiceover, let me know. Jalen, you mentioned you have a brother that he grew up fighting a lot too. All right, check this out. When I say my brother, it's actually my best friend. But two things. We're so close that we're brothers. The second thing is like people typically that are not black say that we look alike, but we don't actually look alike. And so we used to get that so much. They'd be like, oh, is this your brother? I just be like, yeah, it's my brother. So now it's just like, that's my brother. But yes, he grew up fighting. He's a professional boxer. So we basically started that journey at the same time. We joined the Army at the same time. He went to University of Texas, San Antonio. I went to West Point. And then we linked back up. But he ended up fighting while he was in the Army. So he fought all Army, and then he did a world-class athlete program in the military. And now he's professional. And obviously I dropped it. I even say morenos instead of negros. Yeah, that gets tough, man. You know, every place has its own connotations of words, because prieto, prieta, that causes some problems in some places. Negros causes problems in other places, so it's a little weird. I get you, man. Def looking forward to some footage of the boxing lifting. I've been meaning to send you some stuff. I just haven't been doing much besides footwork. Hey, man, send over whatever you want. I'll look at whatever. But yeah, if you get some footage of sparring or hitting the bag, send it over, bro. I'd love to look at that. The reason I feel obligated to learn Portuguese is because of the. If I can do it, there's no way. Think you meant if he can do it, there's no way I can't do it. Or if you can do it, there's no way I can't do it. But yeah, I feel that. That's basically what I think when I see anybody speaking like 5 languages and shit. Even what's that UFC girl's name? The Mexican champ, Grasso. She speaks a bit of Portuguese too, just because she trains with the Brazilians so much. And then Valentina Shevchenko, is she from Ukraine or Russia? Ukraine. She speaks Russian, Ukrainian, I think, English, and her Spanish is real good. She got like a, she got a European, Eastern European accent in her Spanish, but her Spanish is solid though. Super, super solid. And so I remember the first time I heard her speak Spanish, I was like, what the fuck? Because she was like doing the interview in English, and her English is a little rough. She's Eastern European. And then she was like, oh, I'm speaking Spanish now since we're in wherever they were at. And she started speaking to the crowd, and I'm like, whoa, this kind of sounds like a native speaking. I had to look at the TV because I'm like, is this still her? Spanish was just flowing, bro. So whenever I see, especially athletes too, because I'm like, bro, you already got so much stuff on your plate, and then you learning multiple languages too. I'm like, man, I feel like a bum. Like, I be sitting around doing nothing. I should be at least able to learn one more language. I should at least have 3 speakable languages under my belt. The feds must release secret record on Nazis in Canada. Wow. Sucks for those Nazis. Canadian man eats 135 Carolina Reaper wings, or Carolina Reaper peppers, in one sitting. Wow. The problem with Portuguese is that it sounds like distorted Spanish to me. Ooh, I mean, basically it is. Like, I know it's not, but it basically is though. It just sounds like a drunk French person speaking Spanish. Do I like spicy food? Of course. Definitely. Definitely. Rolando, I told you about the Portuguese influence on the west side of Puerto Rico before, right? I think language is so funny in history because when people don't know the history and they don't know the facts, they will make fun of people or they won't understand why they talk a certain way. Yeah, about the R, exactly. You know enough about boxing. Danny Garcia is from Puerto Rico, but he was born here. He doesn't speak great Spanish, but because of where his dad is from, like a lot of old school Puerto Ricans and a lot of like country Puerto Ricans, right? They they talk like that. And so that's all he knows. And so he was in a press conference and he was talking about his opponent. He was like, bien rápido. And the comments were just going crazy. Like, yo, get this dude the fuck out of here. Like, he thinks rapido is rápido. Like, he put it with a J or a H or whatever. They're like, yo, don't ever have him speak Spanish again. And I was like, damn, like, they don't even know. Like, that's not wrong for the way that he's trying to speak. Like, that's how probably everyone in his family speaks. I mean, someone could still say his family speaks quote unquote bad too, but it's not like he just said some shit out of nowhere that didn't make sense. Like, yeah, I feel that. I'm a no sabo kid. It's tough, man. It's tough. Don't feel bad. You're in a country that predominantly speaks English. If you didn't speak good English, you'll have trouble. People make fun of you. Then if you speak good English and you don't know enough Spanish, people make fun of you. So can't win, no. You cannot win. But yeah, language is complex, very complex. And if you don't grow up deep in it, there's a lot of like subtleties that you won't get or little things that you won't know. I love watching TikToks, man, because I don't really know the genre, but it's like kids that grow up in America play pranks on their parents by speaking bad Spanish. And it sucks because there'll be kids, self-identified, no sabo kids in the comments like, I don't get it, what's wrong about this? And I'm like, damn, that sucks. Like, there's like a huge grammatical error, but they don't know that because that's how they would say it. Like, so that sucks. It's funny, I feel like since I've been learning Spanish, the Puerto Rican accent is being accepted a bit more. Yes and no. It depends on where you're at. And how do I describe this? I would describe it in the same way that I would describe people. It's cool when other people do it. It's not cool for the Puerto Ricans, if that makes sense. It's like quote unquote Ebonics, right? Like African American vernacular English. It's cool when other people are doing it, but if you talk like that, they think that you're uneducated. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like that's one of my pet peeves, bro. Like if a coworker or something be like, "What's up, my homeboy?" What the fuck? Why did you say that to me, bro? Like I've never said homeboy to you. I don't say no shit to you like that. So yeah, it's cool in reggaeton. It's cool in the music. It's cool when people like want to sound different. But when actual Puerto Ricans are talking, they say they talk bad and that they should pronounce their R's and that this word doesn't go like this and oh, they don't say the S's and they don't do this. And so, I don't know. It's a tough one. But I do agree. It is a little bit more accepted, especially because that genre is like exploding, Bad Bunny and everything. People want to talk like that, right? So, all right, Luis, catch you next time, bro. Thanks for stopping in. I was about to say checking in, stopping in, and like 4 other things at once. I just froze myself up. Ebonics is just a preservation of older English grammatical standards. Yes and no. Some stuff isn't, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But yeah, I feel bilingual being black, to be honest, or I should say trilingual now. But I used to think it was so funny when someone in a movie or like a hood movie would say something and my friends would be like, what does that mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what else would it mean? But if you don't grow up around certain stuff, like, you really just won't get it. Like, people that don't grow up around black people, they don't understand the habitual be. Like, you literally could ask them a question. Like, actually, I saw this experiment where they asked two kids who be eating cookies, and they had, you know, pictures of Cookie Monster and someone else. Or Elmo. Yeah. I think it was Cookie Monster and Elmo. And the kids that didn't grow up around black people, they pointed at Elmo, of course, because he was eating a cookie in the thing. But that's not who be eating cookies. He was just eating a cookie in that moment. For instance, what is that? Used to be what that is. It'd be like that. It do be like that sometimes. But yeah, man, language is funny. You know, me and Ax were watching a video today about the X in Spanish and its pronunciation. Because, like, no one here says X. So when they say her name, they say Asa. And then, like, if they say Alex, they say Alice. And so we watched this linguistic video about the 4 different pronunciation of X and how in Spain they still say X's like S's and why that is. And I learned something new. I learned that La RAI tried to change Mexico's official pronunciation or official spelling from the way it is, and Mexico just said no. Now, it wasn't that long ago. Let's see, when did that happen? Well, here's an article, sort of about it. But yeah, anyways, they're like, if y'all gonna be saying it like that, y'all need to write it with a J. And Mexico basically said, fuck you. So that was interesting. But I felt what they were saying though, because I'm like, that X makes it different. Hi, bro. What's up? How you doing? Where are you from? What's your name? Are you from Hawaii? What does the 808 stand for? How do you go? Used to be how do you go? So I don't really care. That's fair. Yeah, things change, man. Yo, speaking of which, do you remember when CH used to be a valid, like, it used to be its own letter in Spanish? Or no? They changed that. I'm not sure. I don't think the double L is a letter anymore either. I was watching something and I'm like, what? I didn't know that. When I first learned Spanish, CH was its own letter. I had no idea. I haven't looked at the alphabet in, I don't know, 10 years. Like, not like that to where I will be learning if something was or wasn't a letter. King TV, you knew that? There was a time when Mexico was officially spelled Mexico. I was going through the alphabet with my kids and CH is removed. Yeah, I didn't know that until recently. Did not know that. Also, what was the other letter? There was another letter that used to cause a little. No, it's not Mandela effect. They removed it. They actually removed it. I was looking at an article about it. I just didn't know they removed it. I remember. I don't actually remember which one I learned in school. I'm pretty sure in school we learned it as Y, right? And then later, when I would tell people, when I would say, like, people would be like, oh, you know some Spanish? Let's hear the alphabet. And I'll say it, and they'll be like, Y, no, it's J. And I'll be like, oh, I learned Y in school. And I'll be like, no, I don't know what that is, but that's wrong. And I was like, oh, shit. But then, later, I realized they were wrong. It's either one. So, a lot of little controversies. Sion 808. How come you never responded, bro? El que no responde, gay. How long have I been streaming? Ooh, only 1 hour. Those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers, dog. I don't see any more interesting news. Let's go to a different kind of news. Tarot reading for pay is illegal in Pennsylvania. Wow, can't even tell the future in Pennsylvania. That's crazy. Airbnb bathroom serves as torture chamber as trio snatched the wrong man in kidnapping scheme. Wow, I gotta read about that one. Yeah, they look like they kidnap people, I ain't gonna lie. Definitely have killed people before. Imagine being wrongfully kidnapped. I don't know if you can be kidnapped correctly or like rightly. But imagine being the wrong person, mistaken identity, and you're chained up in the bathroom getting the shit beat out of you. 3 South Florida men are facing federal kidnapping charges after they allegedly abducted the wrong man and proceeded to waterboard him inside a local Airbnb. Waterboarded. On the evening of October 13th, brothers Jeffrey and Jonathan Arista and Raymond Gomez snatched a man as he was leaving his Fort Lauderdale home. The trio forced him into a white Dodge Charger with sham police lights, blindfolded him, and transported him to a rental unit in Plantation to shake him down for cash they claimed to be owed, according to the arrest affidavit. One of the kidnappers was disguised as a police officer, wearing a gold badge and a tactical vest. Shortly after arriving at the Airbnb, the kidnappers realized they'd mistakenly kidnapped their intended target's co-worker. Rather than freeing the man, the affidavit alleges the trio tortured him by pointing guns at his head, placing a power drill to his skin, and threatening to kill him. They allegedly waterboarded him, covering his face with 4 or 5 black masks, then pouring bucketfuls of water on him in the Airbnb's bathroom. Upon learning that their intended target was was at a business and where, I don't know where that is, Gomez drove the group there in a black Porsche and directed the victim to lure the man out so they could arrange to kidnap him instead. Around 2 a.m., police rushed to the business in response to a bomb threat. Upon arrival, they discovered that the victim had called in a threat in hopes of getting a rapid response. That's crazy. Imagine, like, bro, you gonna keep torturing me knowing that I'm the wrong person, bro? Come on, dog. That's insane. Insane. Be safe out here, man. The man behind the Carolina Reaper has just made the new world's hottest pepper. Would y'all eat it? Yes or no? I think I'm gonna try it. He said the heat of eating this lasts 3.5 hours. I feel like we should not be doing that. I don't know. Pepper X. You know, police are about to use that as their pepper spray. They better start killing people, bro. I was feeling the heat for 3.5 hours. Then the cramps came. The cramps are horrible. I was laid out flat on a marble wall for approximately an hour in the rain, groaning in pain. Why would you want to eat something like that? So in Scoville heat units, the Carolina Reaper is about 1.64 million units, and Pepper X's is 2.69 million units. By comparison, pepper spray commonly holstered by police is 1.6 million, and bear spray is 2.2. So this stuff is worse than bear spray, bro. Why? Why are you eating that, bro? Yeah, they can keep that, dog. Have you ever tried the atomic wings from Wingstop? Bro, let me tell you something. I ate the Carolina Reaper wings from Wingstop. From Buffalo Wild Wings. Whatever. I ate the Carolina Reaper wings when I had no idea what a Carolina Reaper was. Let me tell you the story. And I got the videos. Just know that I posted on Instagram, I posted on TikTok, Twitter. I didn't post it on YouTube because I just didn't. but I should. I still have the video. I was drenched in sweat, bro. I thought I was having an allergic reaction. I was on DoorDash, and I didn't know what Carolina Reaper was. So I'm ordering wings. I've had the atomic wings at Wingstop. I've had all kinds of wings, bro. Habanero, whatever. This shit doesn't do anything to me. So I'm like, oh, Carolina Reaper. For some reason, that sounded like barbecue sauce to me. Like now listening, I'm like, Reaper, duh, bro. I didn't know. And I thought there would have been some kind of warning for something that hot. There should be some kind of warning. There wasn't. I click. I'm watching this show. I'm watching this Spanish show. I remember specifically because I was dying. I'm eating this shit, bro. All of a sudden, I'm like, what the? Bro, I just like break out in sweat, bro. My body's getting crazy hot, bro. Stomach's hurting. I'm dying, bro. And I started recording because I'm like, yo, something's happening right now. I wasn't sure what was happening. Then I looked that shit up and I saw that it was the Carolina Reaper was the hottest pepper ever. I didn't know that, bro. I never heard of a Carolina Reaper in my life. So I made a big mistake. And it took a long time before I felt normal that night. But I did finish them all. And they were good. Is Carolina Reaper new? You mean at Buffalo Wild Wings? Is it new to Buffalo Wild Wings? I don't think so. Any super hot wings like a death wish, and I say that as someone who likes hot wings, but those atomic Reaper wings are no bueno. Happened to me with ghost pepper, hurt my stomach bad, I had to sleep it off. Yeah, that was close to where I was at, bro. I was like, yo, I need to like lay down, bro. But the atomic wings are not that bad. But those Carolina Reaper ones, bro. Mm-mm. Let's see if I can get a comparison of those. Okay, so the Wingstop Atomic flavored wings are 200 to what the fuck? I think they messed up the number. 200 to 350,000 Scoville heat units. Now let me check the Carolina Reaper wing. So remember, let's just say 300,000. Oh yeah, I mean it says 2.2 million, so it says 1.4 million and 2.2 million. So yeah, way hotter than those atomic wings, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's to the point that, how do I describe this? All right, regular spicy stuff, right? I eat it. It's like you feel the spice in your mouth. Pause. Like, but you're like, this is hot, 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 hot. If you breathe in air, like the air hits the spice on your tongue, it's like, oh, it's hot. It burns your lips a little bit, whatever. This was different, bro. It was so hot that like I said, it caused a reaction. It wasn't like I was feeling it and I'm like, oh, this is hot. I was just like, oh, bro, like my chest. And like, I started sweating. My stomach was hurting. I forgot I even had a wing in my mouth, bro. Like it was It was like my body was like, yo, you need to get rid of this, bro. Like, that shit was hot, bro. It was hot. He needs some milk. Yeah, bro. I didn't have no milk because I'm not a huge milk drinker, and I wasn't expecting to be drinking or eating no fucking hot wings. But we got this evil genius out here making wings that are hotter than the Carolina Reaper wings. Why are you doing that? I mean, peppers. Well, I keep saying wings. Can't believe that dude sits around making peppers hotter. And I wonder, like, can other people not do that? Like, why is he the sole owner of the hottest peppers in the world? Does he have like a pepper patent? I need some more water, so give me like 30 seconds. Ugh. I cannot believe it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was a policeman. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm back. Let's talk about something interesting. Somebody come up with something interesting. What have we never talked about? What have we talked about that we didn't expand upon? Oh, you know what? I wonder if my location has something to do with why I don't have live chat on the replays. Is that possible? No, because that would mean like creators in other countries can't do it. That would be fucked up, right? If that's true, that would be insane. Angel, are you still here? Because if you're, I've just looked on my computer. You can see the chat if you're on a computer. You cannot see it if you're live, if you're on a mobile phone. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Interesting. Nothing makes any sense. Anything in Washington you missed that you don't have there? Oh, not really. Nothing that I can, nothing I can think about. I used to eat a lot of chips, so maybe that. It's not the same kind of snacks here. They're a little more healthy than us. But nah. I'm glad you mentioned the live chat. To see the live chats that come in, you have to go to the comments and slide it over. Can you do that on a mobile? Can you do that on the phone? Because I couldn't figure out how to help people for the phone part. If I do it on my laptop, I'm looking at my last live right now and I can see everything. But if you got the secret, then you are the GOAT. And I will give you $3. What? Damn, right after I said the $3, you said, yeah, fuck. Well, whenever Angel comes back in, I'm gonna tell him. So you're saying you have to go to the comments and slide it over. Okay. I'll remember to say those words. I don't exactly know what that means yet. I need to do it on my phone. But I think I get what you're saying, because I scroll to the comments and just swipe. I do remember one time I clicked on someone's live, their replay, and it said the live comments have been moved to a new section, but I wasn't really looking for the comments and I didn't know what the fuck that meant. So I just scroll back up and watch the video. So, but that makes sense if that's what you're saying. Ah, interesting. Oh, that mystery's over. It will show you 2 dots and you don't click, you just swipe left or right. Okay. I'm gonna remember that. And I will tell Angel that. Appreciate you. You just saved a life. You saved my life, because I would have died of stress. Any plans to buy a car here? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They drive crazy in a motherfucker out here. And plus, I wouldn't want to pay the money for a car, but I wouldn't be able to drive here, man. It's too crazy. I can't handle it. I'll be closing my eyes in the Uber, dog. I'll be like, yo, just get me there, bro. Just get me there. I'm trying to think still of anything that I might miss that isn't here. I think I need to look at someone else's thoughts. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. Like I said, outside of chips, I can't really think of anything specific that I miss. They don't have a very specific gummy that I like. I like those blue gummy sharks. They don't have those. They do, but they're sour. I just want the regular one. Y hola, otro día más, te saludo y despedida. Espero te encuentres bien, bro. Éxito. Hey, gracias por venir y comentar. Y chao. Que tengas muy buena noche. Freshwater Fisher, hi. Any illegal Mexicans down there? I don't know. They wouldn't tell me. Then I'm just about to be like, hey, by the way. Honestly, I don't think I've met any Mexicans here. I don't think so. We went to we had food from one Mexican restaurant that was supposed to be authentic. And that shit was trash, bro. It was garbage. Of course I remember you. That was 2 days ago, bro. We talked about fishing. Minnesota. I've heard of Mexicans going down to Argentina. I'm sure they go everywhere. But I would say, no, I'm not gonna say anything. Average price of a meal, it depends on where you go. So I'll give you an example. There's a little, like, it's literally called bistro. There's a bistro right next to us that we go to every single day. And every single day, they serve you a soup, a salad, a main course. So like yesterday, it was a soup, salad with carrots and shit. And the main course was wings. You got like 6 to 8 wings, rice, and I think plátano. I don't remember exactly, but it was something else. And for that, it cost 14,000 pesos a piece. So every single day we paid 28,000 pesos. 30,000 because we just give them the 20 and the 10 and let them keep the tip. Which is like, let me give you an exact US dollar amount. 28,000 COP to USD. It's about $6.50. So that is soup, salad, chicken wings, rice, some other stuff. In total, for both of us, we paid $6.50. If you went there by yourself, you pay $3.25. That's a everyday mom and pop shop. Well, now there's a place that was invented by an American. It's called Mr. Wings. That shit's more like a Buffalo Wild Wings type of thing. Like you get a bucket, you can get burgers, fries, and it's like legit that sloppy, greasy fast food. Now, if we both get something from there, that shit's gonna be closer to like 100,000, which is $23. So if we both get full meals from like a real deal, I'm saying high class in the sense that it's not a mom and pop shop. It's a chain. You know, chains, they up their prices on everything. You pay for a beer or something, and it's like, bro, I could go to a corner store and get that same thing for 50 cents, but you're charging me $4 for it. So everything's priced a little bit higher, about $20. But like I said, if you go to places on the street, bro, or like the supermarket, pretty much everywhere here makes bread. You'll get like a real thing of bread for 1,000 pesos, 2,000 pesos, or like 50 cents. So I say on average the places we go to, $5 to $10 for both of us to eat. their economy is somehow worse than Mexico's. It's different for sure. Freshwater Fisher, I missed the live stream. I'm not staying on for long. Well, thanks for dropping in, bro. Any time is a good amount of time. Jalen, quick question. What do you think about early AM workouts? I'm never energized enough to be at full strength in the mornings. Do you tend to work out more in the AM or PM? When I was younger, I worked out in the mornings, but it was because I was like trying to be super cool, tough guy. It's not a great time for me to work out. I like to wake up and like actually like get warmed up by the day, if that makes sense. Like right when you get out of bed, like it's not, you're not at your best, and you haven't eaten. Like I need to eat before I work out. But you know, whatever works best for your life, whatever's gonna allow you to be consistent. So for me, I personally know that first thing in the morning or late in the day, I'm probably not gonna do it. But I will work out closer to lunchtime, which is usually when I work out. Almost every day I work out between 10 and 12. I usually wake up like, I don't use an alarm clock or anything. I just wake up around 7. Like usually the sun just automatically wakes me up. I get up, eat me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, chill, drink me some coffee, get ready to head out, and hope that I feel good enough to work out. Tomorrow, so here's the thing too, when I'm dealing with weights, I definitely need to eat. When I'm doing something like boxing, it's less vital that I eat because it's, how do I explain this? Let's just say I'm deadlifting. 700 pounds is always gonna be 700 pounds, and either I'm gonna be strong enough to lift it or I'm not. So not eating is not doing myself a service, right? I'm doing myself a disservice. Boxing is my own body weight. If you feel sluggish, you feel tired, you can slow down the pace. You can say, okay, I'm just gonna work on this for a second. I'm just gonna work on my footwork till I get warmed up or whatever. But it's my own body weight. So it's less vital that I get the right food in, and my macro timing and stuff like that is just not as important. But when I'm lifting, it's super important, especially like I said, depending on the amount of work I have to do that day and the amount of weight that I have to lift. So, but like I said, do what works for your life. What other country would I consider living in? I don't know. I probably won't live in Europe again. Probably. I'm not a fan of the thought of going to live somewhere if I don't speak the language. Unless I was gonna do it to learn the language. But even still, I would want to have a good grasp of the language before going if I don't know anyone there. Because like, even here, almost all crime that I see that's reported by tourists is like because they don't speak Spanish. I'm not saying it happens because they don't speak Spanish. I think they're missing out on little things that they wouldn't run into if they spoke Spanish. So, because you can't even get like the advice that you need. Like, who's gonna tell you? Like, what local is gonna be able to tell you, hey, it's not a good idea to do this right here, or it's not a good idea to go at this time? You wouldn't understand them. So, but even outside of that, like, I don't know. Germany was cool when I lived there, but I was young. And I traveled a lot. That was the cool thing about living over there. When you're in Europe, like you can travel everywhere, super cheap, get on a train, cheap flight, whatever. But I don't know. I'll probably live anywhere if there was like really a benefit to doing it, if something was really calling me to go there. So I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that. I think maybe if you ask me would I live in a certain country, I could tell you definitively yes or no. I think. All right, Rolando. Let me look up the Mexican economy versus the Colombian economy. Let's see what kind of comparisons we can make. Why won't it let me click on this? They don't want me to find out. They don't want me to know, bro. Alright, this link legit won't open up, so I'm gonna have to click something else. Oh, there we go. This is an interesting chart that I cannot read. In 2021, Colombia ranked 56 in the Economic Complexity Index and 60 in total exports. That same year, Mexico ranked 23 and 12 in total exports. Interesting. Let's look at mylifeelsewhere.com, see what it says. Look at the inflation. I don't want to look at the inflation. All right, let's see. You're 29.6% more likely to be obese in Mexico. In Colombia, 22% of adults are obese. In Mexico, that number is 30. You live 2.6 years less in Mexico. You do make 33% more money though. Colombia has a GDP per capita of 13,400, while in Mexico it's 17,900. But you're 17.4% more likely to live below the poverty line. In Colombia, 35% live below the poverty line. In Mexico, however, that number is 42%. God damn. In Colombia, approximately 83 women per 100,000 die during childbirth. In Mexico, 33 women do. That's heavy, 83 women, god damn. Post that link. Which one? The My Life Elsewhere one? I just posted it. What other comparison should I do? Should I do Mexico compared to somewhere else or Colombia compared to somewhere else? And what country should it be? Y'all tell me. I got my finger on the link right now. I can click another country. Oh, I should compare it to the United States, though. Damn, 36.2% of people are obese in the United States. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, it doesn't really have many more benefits to living in Colombia when you do that comparison. Oh, I didn't look at the cost of living comparison for Colombia and Mexico, but I'll go back to it after this. Now I'm on cost of living. I'm gonna compare Colombia to the United States. If you live in the United States instead of Colombia, you would pay 4 times more for restaurants. So it says a basic meal with a drink at an inexpensive restaurant in Colombia is $2.71. United States is $18.15. A bottle of Coca-Cola here is 60 cents. It's $2.25 in America. You pay 3.5 times more for groceries. Bread here is 87 cents. It's $3.17 in America. Local cheese here is $1.60. It's $5.93 in the United States. Let's see. A new Volkswagen Golf is $25,000 in the United States. It's $14,000 here. Internet connection is $21 here, $70 in the United States. 1-bedroom apartment in a downtown area is $1,500 in the United States, which I don't believe that is way more, but let's just say that's true. It's $200 here. 1-bedroom outside of the city center, $1,300 in the United States, $176 here. Childcare. Private school for one child in the United States is $1,100, and it is $104 here. That's pretty insane. Domestic local beer here is 90 cents, $5.19 in the United States. A pack of cigarettes is $1.90 here, and it's $8.57 in the United States. Jeans are pretty much the exact same price. Running shoes, Nike or Adidas, it says 60 here and $80 in the United States. I think that's really interesting that jeans are the exact same price. So I need to stop wearing jeans. They're gonna be like, whoa, that guy's got money. Jumbo. All right, y'all didn't tell me who I should compare. Should I compare the United States with someone else? Give me a country, y'all. Give me a country. Who do we want to compare the United States to? Living in America. Y'all are not helping me out right now, no? I'm about to hang up on y'all. This is disrespectful. Y'all leaving me hanging right now. Let's see. Italy, France, Egypt, Ukraine. Definitely don't want another cost of living in Ukraine. Oh, I'm about to X out. I'm about to X out because y'all are too quiet for me. Access says yeehaw. What did you think of the episode? Alright, no one's talking. I'm about to get off. It was good while it lasted. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all another time when people are more talkative.